Okay, so this is my absolute least favorite self-awareness exercise to do myself, never. But I do find it remarkably effective and uncomfortable. It's mirror work and it's your challenge for the weekend. And I have a little gift for you at the end of this video for anyone who does it. Hey guys, happy Friday. It's Pod.Snack Friday. It's June. So just to recap, so far this year, I've talked a lot about self-love. I've talked about self-care. I'm talking about setting and achieving goals and mental health. But no matter what it is that you are trying to create in your life, whether it is health or falling in love or creating your dream business or simply just, I don't know, maybe enjoying the experience of being alive, it doesn't really matter what it is. The simple truth and obvious truth is that you always do it as yourself. Yourself is your foundation. It's your transportation, and it's sort of like your operating system, so to speak. Who you are and what you're bringing to the table, including everything that you are aware of on the surface and love, and everything that's operating in the background and maybe you don't, will determine the outcome of your path and whether you actually enjoy the experience of life. So cultivating self-awareness is very much how you go from stuck to unstuck, or life by default to life by design. It's how you go from meh to, I don't know, yay. And it's something. You deserve more than meh. You deserve more than meh. Is there more to the process of creating anything in a life that you love? Of course, but self-awareness is your starting point. So I say this all the time. And so I have people ask me all the time, like, okay, I get it. How do I actually do that? How do I build a relationship with self? Well, the real answer is that you actually treat self-awareness as more of a lifestyle as opposed to a tool or a practice or an end goal. You are an ever-shifting being. Yourself is always evolving. You're always encountering new situations in life. And so there really isn't an end point to self-discovery. But there is a starting point, which is what we're doing here today. So lifestyles are built on daily practice. And while there's a lot of exercises and practices out there that you can do to help you build self-awareness within that context, even daily, I find it more effective to implement a training tool that you can practice all throughout your day to kind of help make self-awareness more like a way of being, as opposed to just a thing that you're doing for a certain amount of time. So I created the NOW experience acronym to help my clients kind of remember the basics, and it stands for notice, own, and welcome. And I gave instructions for how to actually do that in last week's Pod.Snack, so I won't go into the details now. But if you can build checking in with your NOW experience into your day 4 or 5 times every day and practice that as a training tool to kind of help integrate self-awareness as more of a lifestyle, then you're going to be on an excellent path. And you're going to have the foundation set for how you actually approach the exercises and activities that you can also do to help cultivate self-awareness. So some of those exercises and tools are like meditation, journaling, or working with a coach. That's basically what we do as we work towards self-awareness while we work towards a goal or a vision that you have for the future. And all of that brings me around to mirror work. So one way to approach thinking about building self-awareness is to kind of actually think about dating. How do you get to know somebody that you're dating? Well, you go out on a date and you have a conversation with them. It might look a little weird if you go out to a restaurant and pull up your phone and turn on the camera and just start talking to yourself. That's not really how I would suggest going about it. But what you can do is you can stand in front of a mirror and do exactly that. So mirror work in this context is not standing in front of a mirror and saying, I love you 15,000 times. What it is instead is standing in front of a mirror, making eye contact with yourself, and you ask yourself questions and you answer them out loud, just like you might do with somebody that you're dating. So some of those questions might be like, so hey, tell me about yourself. What do you like? What is your vision for yourself for the future? And it can go as deep as you want and need it to go. You can play to the level of your current self-awareness and also the level that you're trying to get to. So some of those deeper questions might be, what do I struggle to love myself for? What do I need to forgive myself for? That was a hard one for me. Or you can keep it kind of really simple as your starting point. Things like, how was your day? How are you feeling right now? Etc. You get the idea. But if you need some help with finding some good questions to ask yourself, you can drop a note in the comments and I'd be happy to throw out a couple of suggestions for you. If you can tell me a little bit about what it is that you're working on right now, I can tailor those questions to that. Or DM me if you would prefer to keep it private. So this exercise is really great for cultivating self-awareness. And like I said, I personally hate it. I find it remarkably uncomfortable. However, it is ridiculously effective. So this is your homework for the weekend. Pick a time, set a timer for 15 minutes, and do some mirror work. Ask yourself some questions, answer those questions. Ask yourself some questions, answer those questions, and make eye contact as you do so. And so here's the gift that I promised you. If you do this, if you stretch into connecting with yourself a little bit deeper, be a little bit more brave, I want to know about it. I'd love to hear about it. And I will give you a free coaching session if you do. And I'm going to limit that to 3 people just because I am one person and I only have so much time in the day. But I recognize that this is really effing hard. So that's it. I hope you have a marvelous time connecting with yourself. And remember to notice, own, and welcome your experience as you do.